You know that feeling, don't you? You're on the highway, maybe trying to pass someone, you put your foot down, and just for that split second, it feels like absolutely nothing happens. That little hesitation. Or maybe you're getting suspiciously friendly with the attendant at your local gas station because your car is suddenly drinking fuel like it's, I don't know, going out of style. If any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And the culprit, it might just surprise you how small it is.
It's really quite something. Based on the data we have, this often overlooked sensor, the mass airflow sensor, the MAF, it's absolutely critical to how your engine runs.
Right.
And when it starts acting up, it can turn into a massive headache, causing all sorts of issues.
So our mission today really is to kind of decode those signals your car's sending.
Exactly. We need to figure out, is it just dirty? Or is it actually, properly broken?
And empower you, the listener, to maybe take control of the situation.
That's the goal.
We've been digging into some really practical stuff. A detailed DIY guide that's all about putting the power back in your hands. So let's get right into it. Let's decode what your car is trying to tell you.
Let's do it.
Okay, first things first. The one that hurts the most, maybe? The wallet. Have you found yourself filling up the tank way, way more often, even though you swear your driving habits haven't changed a bit?
Yeah, that's often symptom number one. Skyrocketing fuel consumption. Our data clearly shows this is a prime indicator when an MAF sensor is failing.
Why, though? What's actually happening in there?
Okay, think of the MAF sensor as like your engine's personal trainer for breathing. It measures exactly how much air is coming into the engine. Super precise.
Okay.
It sends that info straight to the car's brain, the ECU. The ECU then calculates the perfect amount of fuel to match that air. But here's the kicker. When the MAF sensor goes bad, it almost always tells the ECU there's less air than there really is.
So it's lying to the computer.
Basically, yes. And the computer, trusting that bad info, says, oh, not much air. Better dump in loads, more fuel to compensate.
Yeah.
And that creates what we call a rich mixture. Too much fuel, not enough air to burn it properly.
So it's not just that the car has developed a bit of a drinking problem, it's actually been lied to by its own air traffic controller.
That's a pretty good way to put it. And the impact isn't small. Our analysis shows, say, a car that normally gets, 7 liters per 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
It could easily jump to 10, maybe even 11 liters.
Yeah.
That's a huge hit to your wallet over time. A really significant change.
Okay, that definitely gets your attention. But it's not just about the fuel, is it? What about how the car actually feels to drive? That hesitation I mentioned, that scary moment.
Exactly. That hesitation, that loss of power, feeling like your car is suddenly gutless and weak. It's the direct result of that same bad air-fuel mix.
Because the combustion is all wrong.
Precisely. The MAF is giving the computer bogus readings, right? So the computer gets totally confused. It doesn't know how much fuel to inject, especially when you ask for more power, like accelerating. The whole combustion process becomes inefficient, choppy.
So you feel that as
Yeah.
a stumble?
Yeah, a stumble, maybe a misfire, or just a noticeable delay, a dead spot when you hit the gas. The engine is literally struggling to do its job properly because it's getting mixed signals.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Our source material mentioned a simple trick. Unplugging the sensor while the engine's idling. If it smooths out, that's a big clue. Why does that work? Why would disconnecting it help? Seems counterintuitive.
It does seem odd, but there's a logic to it. When you unplug the MAF, the ECU loses its main air measurement source.
Right.
So it defaults to a backup plan. It goes into what's often called limp mode, using preset generic fuel maps based on things like throttle position and RPM.
Okay, like a safe mode.
Exactly. Now, these settings aren't perfect for performance, but crucially, they're usually more stable than the wild, incorrect signals from a dying MAF sensor. So that specific stumbling caused by the bad sensor readings might disappear, even if the engine isn't running perfectly otherwise. It helps isolate the MAF as the likely problem.
That's a clever little diagnostic right there. Okay, moving on to something more visual.
And alarming. Black exhaust smoke. You really shouldn't see smoke coming out of a modern gas car's tailpipe, right?
Absolutely not. Seeing a puff of black smoke, especially when you accelerate, is a major red flag.
The black cloud of doom, as some might call it.
Yeah, you could say that. That black smoke is essentially raw, unburnt fuel. It's the most visible sign of that extremely rich mixture we talked about.
So the MAF is telling the computer there's so little air.
That the computer's just flooding the engine with gasoline,
Right.
way more than it can possibly burn, so it gets chucked out the exhaust as black soot.
And that's not just bad for emissions, is it? I mean, that sounds like it could cause real damage. Oh, absolutely. It's actively harming expensive parts. That unburnt fuel can quickly overheat and clog up your catalytic converter.
Yeah.
And replacing a catalytic converter, you're talking serious money.
How much are we talking?
Based on the data, easily $900, maybe upwards of $1,800, depending on the car.
Ouch.
So yeah, that black smoke isn't just ugly, it's your car screaming for help before a potentially catastrophic repair bill lands on your lap. It can also foul your spark plugs, dilute your engine oil. It's a serious symptom.
Okay, definitely something not to ignore. What about when the car isn't even moving? Sometimes you feel issues just sitting at a red light, right? Like the engine idle is just jumpy.
Yes, rough idling and even stalling. That's another classic sign. At idle, the engine needs a really, really precise and stable air-fuel mixture to just tick over smoothly.
Right, it's a delicate balance.
Very delicate. When the MAF is sending those erratic, incorrect signals, the computer just can't maintain that stability. The engine struggles to stay running smoothly, you'll see the RPM needle bouncing, feel vibrations, or it might even just stall out completely.
It's like the car's having a nervous breakdown just trying to sit still.
It's a good analogy. And sometimes other things, like maybe a small vacuum leak somewhere else, can make this symptom even worse when combined with a faulty MAF. It all interacts.
So multiple things could be compounding the issue potentially.
It's possible, but the erratic MAF signal is often the root cause of that idle instability.
Got it. And then, of course, the big one, the most obvious sign, maybe. That little yellow engine icon lights up on your dashboard.
Yeah.
The check engine light.
The unwanted glow, yes. That light pops on when the MAF sensor's readings are just so far off the charts, so far outside the expected range, that the ECU basically gives up trying to compensate silently.
It throws up its hands and says, okay, something's definitely wrong here.
Exactly. It logs a specific fault code related to the problem and turns on the light to warn you.
And can you find out what that code is?
Yes, usually quite easily. If you have a simple OBD2 scanner, most cars since the mid-90s have the port for it. You can plug it in and read the code yourself.
What kind of codes point towards the MAF?
Typically, you'll see codes like P010, that's usually circuit malfunction, or P0101, which means the sensor's performance or range is off. Then there's P0102 for low input and P0103 for high input. Seeing one of those codes, especially if you also have the rough running bad fuel economy or hesitation, that's pretty much a smoking gun pointing at the MAF.
So it's giving you a direct clue. What's the worst thing someone could do when that light comes on?
Just clearing the code with the scanner and hoping it stays off?
Ah, the old head in the sand approach.
Pretty much. It might turn the light off temporarily, but it doesn't fix the underlying problem causing the bad readings and poor running. That light is a serious warning, especially with MAF codes. You need to investigate, not ignore it.
Okay, good advice. So let's say you've noticed these symptoms. Maybe you even pulled a code. You suspect the MAF. What's the game plan? What can you actually do about it yourself in your own driveway?
Right, the DIY battle plan. Based on our analysis of the guides, you start with those simple diagnostics we touched on.
The unplug test and the tap test.
Exactly. Engine idling. Carefully unplug the MAF's electrical connector. Does the idle suddenly smooth out or change significantly for the better? That's clue number one.
All right.
Then, engine still running, take the plastic handle of a screwdriver, give the MAF sensor housing a few gentle taps. If that tapping makes the engine stumble, stall, or change idle speed, that suggests an internal connection problem inside the sensor. Loose wire, maybe?
So those two simple tests can give you a pretty strong indication.
They really can. Quick, easy, no special tools needed.
Brilliant. Now, if those tests do point towards the MAF, is it straight to buying a new one, or is there something else to try first?
Definitely something else first. Cleaning. This is often the fix.
Right, because they just get dirty over time.
Exactly. Dust, oil vapor, general grime builds up on the delicate sensing elements. But, and this is crucial, you must use the right stuff.
Ah, okay. What's the right stuff?
Only use a dedicated MAF sensor cleaning spray, specifically designed for the job. Never, ever use brake cleaner, carb cleaner, or anything else. They can leave residues or damage the sensor.
Got it. Dedicated MAF cleaner only. And how do you do it?
It's usually pretty simple. You'll need to remove the sensor from the air intake tube, typically just held by 2 screws or clips. Then hold the cleaner can about, say, 15 centimeters, maybe 6 inches away.
Yeah.
Give the little wires or elements inside the sensor housing a few short bursts of the spray. Cover them well. And absolutely critical, do not touch those wires with anything. Not a cotton swab, not your finger, nothing. They are incredibly delicate.
Okay, spray, don't touch. Then what?
Let it air dry completely. Give it at least 20 minutes, maybe longer if it's cold or humid. Just let the solvent evaporate fully. Then Carefully reinstall it, plug it back in, and see how the car runs.
And often, that's all it needs, a bit of a spring clean.
Very often, yes. The data suggests a significant number of MAF issues are just down to contamination. A good clean brings them right back.
It's amazing how much trouble a bit of dirt can cause. So this simple clean could save you buying a new part.
Absolutely. Always try cleaning first.
But what if cleaning doesn't cut it? If the symptoms persist?
Then, unfortunately, it likely means the sensor itself has failed internally and you're looking at a replacement.
Okay, how much does that set you back typically?
It varies. An aftermarket sensor, you might find one for around $60, something like that. An original equipment manufacturer or OEM part, probably more like $100 to $150.
And I guess more for luxury brands.
Oh yeah. For some premium or luxury cars, you could be looking at $240, even $300 or more for an OEM sensor.
Still, compared to that potential catalytic converter replacement.
Exactly. When you factor in the fuel you'll save by having it run efficiently again and preventing that hugely expensive damage to the cat, even the pricier OEM sensor is often a very worthwhile investment. It's preventing much bigger costs down the road.
That makes total sense. Is there anything you can do, like preventatively, to stop it getting so dirty in the first place?
Well, the best prevention is just good basic maintenance. Use a high-quality engine air filter and change it according to your car's service schedule. Make sure the air filter housing is sealed properly, no cracks or loose clamps letting dirty air bypass the filter. That filter is the MAF's first line of defense.
Right, keep the air going in clean.
That's the idea.
Wow, okay. What a deep dive that was. From understanding why your car might be suddenly guzzling gas.
Like a milkshake, as you said.
Yeah, to figuring out if that scary check engine light is maybe just pointing to a sensor needing a clean. Understanding these signals really feels like the key, doesn't it?
It really is. Our analysis consistently points to this. Taking these diagnostic steps, trying the cleaning, doing this yourself can genuinely save you significant money, not just on the sensor itself, but by avoiding those knock-on problems and potentially huge repair bills. Knowledge really is power here.
Absolutely. Puts the power right back in your hands. So the next time your car gives you even a little hiccup, a slight hesitation, or the fuel gauge drops faster than usual, ask yourself, are you going to be the person who understands what it might be trying to tell you, or just, shrug and hope it goes away or head straight to the mechanic?
A good question to ponder.
It really is. And hey, if this deep dive was helpful for you, please do us a solid. Hit that like button down below. Even better, leave us a comment. Tell us your car's make and model, what symptoms you've maybe noticed. You never know, your issue could spark our next investigation.
We'd love to hear from you.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more deep dives like this, all aimed at helping you understand your car better and keeping that power in your hands.